Last night, Tesla unveiled some of their most ambitious projects yet with their robot event. I got a chance to go to it to see the robots up close and the Cybercab, and I want to take you guys along with me and give you my thoughts on how realistic this stuff is, how it's going to change all of our futures, and if you should be scared of these robots or not. So welcome to the Warner Brothers lot. This is where Tesla had the event, and I quickly got the impression that this was not going to be like other Tesla events. They spent millions of dollars on this event. I think they really want to impress shareholders and get people hyped up about what they're talking about. So they went all out. So I'm on the Warner Brothers lot. I love how I was vlogging earlier today, like, oh, Tesla events, you know, they don't have food or anything, so I got food before. I know, they've stepped it up this time, guys. They've got pizza being freshly made. This is like Disneyland. In general, I don't think people have been super optimistic about Tesla stock and such because, you know, they're not delivering as many cars because everyone who wanted one already bought one. So this is their way of getting people hyped up on the future of Tesla again. We get in here, there's this map, and I already saw a sign that says to give feedback of your Robotaxi ride after you take it. So we're for sure getting Robotaxi rides, which is going to be super cool. I'm hyped. But check out this map. It's like Tesla Disneyland. Okay, so we've got Westworld, New York, the Tesla Theater. So I think we're gonna be able to like ride around to all these different spots. How crazy is this? Are we gonna see a robot though? I haven't seen one of the robots yet, but I have a feeling they might be around. So now the exciting part when they actually announce stuff. So Elon first showed up in a Cybercab. This is our first look at this thing, and no one knew if there was gonna be a new car or if it was just going to be announcing that existing cars would be able to be a part of the Robotaxi fleet, and it's actually both. So they announced this new car, which is exciting because it's gonna be the cheapest Tesla ever. They're aiming to make it under $30,000, although it's only 2 seats. I really like the design. They didn't go too crazy on this like they did with the Cybertruck. I feel like it's universally pretty well liked. And you'll notice it has no steering wheel and no pedals, so it is intended to be fully autonomous with no option to drive yourself. And they did have them driving around, but you have to remember this is a closed set. This is not a real city street. I'll get into more details on my thoughts on this overall later, but they announced 2 more cool things we need to talk about. The first one being the Optimus robots, which were in fact wandering around the event and we could interact with them. They announced that these will cost between $20,000 and $30,000, and it can be your assistant or humanoid friend. So it will be able to talk to you. I do like the idea of this thing being able to clean for you. They said it'll be able to walk your dog, even take care of your kids and help them with your homework, which is kind of crazy. I know people are very scared of this, but Elon said there's an 80% chance that they won't turn on us. So I don't know. I feel like we need to be at 100%. So similar to the Cybercab, they're really showing the idea of this in a demonstration, but it's not fully ready yet because when wandering around the event and talking to them, it was clear that it's most likely someone remote connecting in and somebody was controlling these. Just listen to the way that it talks to me.
How's your night going?
Good. Super cool seeing all this
Good.
stuff. It was a little too good at talking that most people at the event figured that this was someone on a speaker who was talking for the robot.
Hello there. Hello. What's your name? My name is 37. 37. Okay, and what about you?
So again, these aren't quite ready yet, but it is cool to see what they will be like one day. And Elon even said that this will be the biggest product ever of any kind. So he thinks that this is going to transcend even the cars. And the last new thing they announced was pretty unexpected. It was the Robovan. It's supposed to be a 20-seater van, or you can take the seats out and just haul things around with it. Fully autonomous. I thought it was cool that the seats face each other. It's like a more futuristic Sprinter van. Their goal with these is to get the cost of transportation down to 20 cents a mile, which would be crazy. I do think that this is going to be a while until these actually come out. The design is really interesting. It's kind of Art Deco inspired. It reminds me of a slug, honestly. Just the way that it's so low to the ground. I mean, I think this will be a cool product when it eventually comes out, but similar to the Tesla semi-trucks, I don't think this is going to be a top priority. So all of this is pretty exciting, crazy stuff, and some of it might scare you. What I realized when interacting with it is is this stuff isn't quite ready yet. It's more of a vision for the future, and it's gonna be, you know, a couple years at the earliest until we see this stuff in real life. The Cybercab and the Robotaxi service, I think, is top priority and gonna be the first thing that we see. So I did get to go on a test drive, although I was disappointed because I waited for 2 hours and then they cut off the Cybercab drives. But I did get to go on a test drive with the Model Y where nobody was in the driver's seat. But honestly, this didn't feel that crazy to me because Waymo is already doing this on real city streets in LA. So I'm like, okay, I've kind of already experienced this before, but on a real street. And I gotta be honest, Waymo is a lot less jerky in the way that it drives. I don't fully trust the Tesla full self-driving yet. I do think they have a ways to go before it's going to be ready to be fully autonomous on city streets. But obviously, I'm rooting for them. I think that they will get there. It's just not quite there yet. So Tesla, low-key, they've fallen behind on this, actually. You know, the event last night was on a set, and we're on a real street right now, and this thing's driving me around. So that was one thing about the event last night that was a little disappointing, as they didn't announce that, you know, the cars are going to be out on the open road fully self-driving yet. It was just limited to that set, while as other companies like Waymo are already doing it. So why is it that Waymo's already able to do this and Tesla can't yet? I think it really comes down to the technology that they're using. Tesla's relying only on cameras for their full self-driving technology. Waymo is using LiDAR and radar technology. Check this out when we get out of the Waymo. You see this big thing on top? That's the LiDAR and the radar technology, and that's why this thing feels safer. I'll let it go do its thing. Tesla gets a lot of criticism for not embracing LiDAR technology, but Elon seems pretty stubborn that they're gonna be able to do it with just the cameras. So I was kind of hoping at this event they would go into detail with the Cybercabs if they would have LiDAR technology, but they really didn't. So we don't know. Maybe they will have them, maybe they won't. But the thing that Tesla, I think, will be able to do that Waymo really struggles with is making it affordable. These Waymo cars are really expensive and you can't buy them. And when you ride around in one, it's about the same price as an Uber, if not more expensive. So I feel like it's just defeating the purpose of using technology because it's not making it cheaper. Tesla's approach is different though. They're gonna let you buy these. They want them to be under $30,000. They'll let you rent them out to people and you can make money from it. They're expecting the cost to be as low as 30 to 40 cents a mile. So it actually becomes practical to not even have a car anymore because the cost of car ownership, it really adds up. I have a fully paid off Tesla, but I pay about $5,000 a year just to insure it and park it. Again, I'm not trying to pit Waymo against Tesla. I think it's cool what both of them are doing, and it's great the more companies that are trying to get autonomous vehicles on the road because of the overall effect that it could have on cities. You know, so much of LA is parking lots and parking garages, and they could be turned into parks like this. And that's kind of the point that Elon made in his presentation, and it's so true. Fully self-driving cars wouldn't need to park. They could just go drive away for 5 minutes and then come pick you up again. I feel like it's going to change cities for the better. Make them more walkable, make them more green. Me personally, I would love to see a future with more parks like this rather than parking garages. You know, there's going to be no distracted drivers or drunk drivers, and that's why I'm so excited about all of this, because I think it's bigger than just people not driving anymore. It's how cities are going to look, and it's going to be way better in my opinion. So overall, I'm excited. I'm optimistic. I think what Tesla showed last night is really cool. Yes, the robot is kind of scary. I don't think I could sleep at night with one of those in my house, but still I'm excited to see what happens with them. I know a lot of people are scared about all these technologies, but from what I've seen, once you try it, once you understand it, it actually is really exciting. You know, everyone's afraid to get in those self-driving cars at first, but it's not that scary. Okay, it's really not. A lot of Uber drivers in LA are way scarier than a Waymo. Okay, I hope you guys enjoyed my coverage on the Tesla event. Comment down below, you know, what you think of all this stuff. Are you excited? Are you a little bit nervous? I'd love to see. I'd love to know. Let's have a discussion in the comments, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!